Hi guys, so in this quick video I'm going to be explaining why if you want to build your own or even seven-figure sports apparel business, why ideally you must stop dropshipping. In fact, in a moment I'm actually going to show you a much better way how to use dropshipping, but ideally you need to be putting your logo on clothes that you control. But rather than me sitting here, I'm going to actually personally show you what we do in our warehouse, so follow me. Now, before I explain the 3 reasons why I believe you should not be doing drop shipping, first of all, who am I to be saying this? Well, very quickly, my name's Ray Newland. I'm an ex-professional goalkeeper in soccer or football, to choose the better word. Long story short, I started Just for Keepers, J4K for short, as a goalkeeping coaching organisation over 25 years ago now. Took our coaching business into 37 countries. We've actually sold our brand now in over 50 countries, guys. So been doing this a very long time. And also as well, if you'd like to speak to me personally or other similar sports entrepreneurs, click the link below and come and join our free online community, guys, where again, I say you get to speak to like-minded sports entrepreneurs. So before I actually just show you just a few of our products, which is obviously we're looking at here at the goalkeeping gloves, the 3 reasons why I don't like dropshipping, you might have heard of some of them already. 1, obviously the shipping times. 2, you can't control the quality. There's nothing worse than a customer, you know yourself, as a customer, if you've had a product and it's faulty, there's nothing worse than that. But for me, a lot of people don't speak about this, and I think this is super, super important. It's you're giving away your biggest asset, which is your customer's database. So if you're, again, how most dropshipping websites work, put your teeth back in. If you don't know, guys, very quickly, they'll have a website. They don't own the products. When an order comes in, the order goes to the manufacturer, the warehouse, whatever. Then the warehouse then sends the product to their customer. Obviously, it's a good model, sounds good, but for me, the danger is someone else has got your data, your most important asset, your customer database. Now, let's say you've got hundreds of customers, maybe thousands of customers, okay? And the people that the warehouse or the manufacturer that you're going to knows other people in your niche, okay? Are they potentially going to give your customers away? Okay, you never know. For me, it's not worth the risk, okay? But without contradicting myself, guys, okay, I'm going to explain now how I still use, I'll actually show you over here, how I actually use drop shipping to a degree. So I'm best showing you with this product, guys, okay? So I actually still drop ship, but I only use it for testing. Again, I'm going to say it again, if you want to know more information, just make sure you either subscribe, obviously, to our channel, or if you click the link below, come and chat to myself and fellow sports entrepreneurs all over the world. We're all in different sports, by the way, okay? Yeah, so we all get to learn from each other. It's a fantastic community. So basically, I'll use this for example. How do I pronounce it? I said Gillette before. What is it? Gillette, okay? I said Gillette, which I think is a razor blade, okay? Yeah, so thank you for that, MK. So basically, how I use it differently, I use it to test products, okay? But I will never ever get the manufacturer or the warehouse to send straight to my customers for the reasons that I've already said. So for example, when I started off with this Gillette, as you can see here, we've got many of them. We've got loads, okay, hundreds. Now I started off, I purchased, I think it was 10 at the time, and I went to a company, I went to my supplier, and we just ordered it with 10. And when it came here, we put our logo on just to test. Now also as well, by the way, anyone can do this. You don't need a big warehouse. I actually started off in my basement with my wife and my 2 daughters. We all still work together, which is fantastic working for your family. Sometimes I want to strangle them. Okay, I'm sure they want to strangle me as well, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And then what happens then is once I sold the 10, for example, that gave me a bit of confidence. That I ordered then 20, again, blank. Okay, put my logos on it. There's so many tools that you can use. I'll show you in other videos all the tools that you can use to very quickly put your own logo on. And then once I get to a certain stage, normally when I'm selling like say 40 or 50 within the month, that will give me the confidence then to go and buy 100, 200, 300, 400. And what happens then, because I'm now buying in bulk and my suppliers put my logo on, means that the price comes right down. Because in the early days when you're testing, you'll have to pay a bit more for it, especially if you're going to put your logo on. There's a bit of manual work to be done, etc. But for me, I think that's a much better way to do it, to test, rather than just going in all guns blazing and buying 100, 200, 500 and not knowing whether they're going to sell or not. Doing it this way allows you to gradually obviously increase your quantities, etc. And another reason as well why I like to give it to my suppliers in bulk. One, obviously, I save a lot of money because I get the products cheaper, but also as well, it means that we don't have to do it in-house. Okay, so it's not too bad, you know, when you're only doing like 10 or 15, 20 in-house. But imagine if you've got to do hundreds, guys, okay, it becomes a full-time job. Now, some people might prefer to do that, keep it in-house. Some people do. I think the guy from Gymshark, I think that's how he started, actually. I think he actually started bringing in blank stuff. I might be wrong here, don't quote me on this, but I'm sure I've seen a bit of a documentary on him, and he actually started with his products blank, and he actually used to embroider, or I forgot, but he used to put his own logo on. I'm pretty confident about that. So that's how you can start. And he actually started in his kitchen company, and obviously it's Gymshark's obviously one of the biggest sports brands in the world now. Okay, so so for me, that's why I prefer, prefer to have my own logo. I actually control obviously all my stock within my warehouse. Like I say, you don't have to do it in a warehouse. I started off in the basement, then I actually moved to a garage, and then I moved to a warehouse eventually. Again, a lot of people think that they go from A to Z. You got to go A, B, C, D, E. Just take your time, guys, okay? Yeah, just gradually go through it. But as I say, the main reason for me, or obviously for me doing it, is obviously I want to control everything, every step of my business. And like I said, and if you're looking to, like I say, start your own sports brand, I can't recommend enough. Even if you might not have a lot of money in the early days, I didn't. Okay, yeah. So you might have to start off with the 5, 10s or 15, 20s, etc. You might not be able to put your logo on straight away, but make sure it's in your short to long term goals that you eventually put your logo on your business. Because not only, as I say, not only are you going to control everything, there's one more important thing. So before I tell you that important thing, I'm going to say it one more time. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to find out how to obviously build your own 6 or even 7 figures sports business. I'm going to tell you everything that I've done over the past 25 years. And don't forget to join our free online community where you get to speak to like-minded sports entrepreneurs all over the world. So what's the main reason as well why I believe everyone who starts their own sports brand should control everything? As I say, have it branded in their, obviously not only their brand on their gear, obviously all on their bags, etc. And I say, guys, it doesn't have to be in a warehouse. Okay, you might have it in a garage, etc. But the main reason, okay, is when you come to sell. So if you come to sell your sports brand, you're going to get a lot more money for it. If it's your sports brand, you've trademarked your sports brand, etc. Everything's branded around your sports brand. You're going to go to get a lot more money for it. You're talking retirement money and beyond, guys, okay? High 6 figures, 7 figures and beyond if you literally have your own brand compared to having it as a dropship, okay? So I hope that helped, guys, okay? Yeah. Any questions, please answer below. Actually, you're probably best joining the community because I don't always see the questions below, guys. But if you join the community completely free of charge, I'll literally see every question. I'm in there every single day. So I hope to see you inside, and I hope to help you develop your very own 6 or even 7 figure sports empire.